Good morning, everyone. Today's presentation will be on filter circuits. So, what is a filter? An electric filter is a circuit that can be used to modify, reshape, or reject all the undesired frequencies of the input signal and pass only the desired signals as the output. So, here is a block diagram of a filter unit. What it does is that it selectively allows this particular input signal to be passed into the output. In general, the selective behavior of a filter circuit can be based on various parameters like the amplitude or the polarizing angle of the input signal. However, the filter circuits that I will be discussing about today will be selective based only on the frequency of the input signal. So, why do we care about filter circuits? Where are they used? So one common example would be the radio communication systems. In radio communication systems, the receiver is always bundled with the filter unit. The filter unit selectively sieves out the noise and only allows the desired signal to be passed on for further processing. Another common example would be the DC power supplies, where AC to DC converters are used. To give a gist of the process, I will use the animation of this half-wave rectifier. So during the positive half cycle, the diode allows the current to be passed and we get a voltage across the load. And during the negative half cycle, the diode actually blocks the current, so there is no output across the load. So in this case, the diode acts as a filter unit. So filters can, in general, be classified into four broad categories, which being the low pass filter, high pass filter, band select filter, and band reject filter. Before coming to the low pass filter, let me first brush up on the decibel system. So the decibel system is a logarithmic scale. For power, the factor of 10 is used before the logarithm, and for voltage, the factor of 20 is used before the logarithm. For power, B will be power out, A will be power in. For voltage, B will be voltage out, A will be voltage in. So this difference in the coefficients is due to this relation, P is proportional to V square. So log P is proportional to 2 log V. Therefore, we can write x decibels is equal to 20 log V out by V in. This should be x because it can take any value depending on V out and V in. And another important thing is the roll-off, which is expressed in decibels per decade. So if the voltage output voltage increases 10 times compared to the input voltage in one cycle, then we will say that the roll-off is 20 decibels per decade, because if we place 10 here, it will become 1, and 20 the coefficient will be there. So we will write 20 decibels per decade. And one more thing, in future videos, there will be the frequency response curve. In the y-axis, you will see amplitude. So the amplitude will be actually the transfer function curve, will be the transfer function. The transfer function is actually this value. This value here is the transfer function. So wherever you say amplitude, you replace it with 20 log V out by V in. So what is a low pass filter? A low-pass filter is a filter that passes signals with a frequency lower than a selected cutoff frequency and attenuates signals with frequencies higher than the cutoff frequency. So there is a cutoff frequency beyond which any signal with a frequency higher than that will not be allowed to pass into the output. So classification of low-pass filters. So low-pass filters can be classified as active and passive. Passive low-pass filters can be of three types: RC low-pass filters, RL low-pass filters, RLC low-pass filters. Working of a RC low-pass filter. So the RC low-pass filter has is a fairly simple circuit. It has got a resistor, and the output is taken across the capacitor. So the output, the V out is expressed using this equation. Now XC is inversely proportional to the frequency of the input signal. So if the frequency is very high, the capacitor will act almost like a short circuit. With a very low resistance, it will provide a very low resistance to the passage of the current. So there will be almost negligible voltage drop across the capacitor. So the V out will tend to 0. And if the frequency is high, if the frequency is low, the capacitor will act like like a resistor with a very high resistance. So almost the entire voltage will drop across this capacitor. So the output voltage will be almost equal to the input voltage. Now coming to the frequency response of low pass filter, the frequency response is like this. So as I mentioned before, the amplitude here actually represents the transfer function which I showed before. So beyond the FC frequency, there is no output. So in this region we call the stop band, and till the FC region there is some output which we call the pass band region. Now, in real cases, the roll-off is not this sharp. It is almost like a ramp, and the roll-off is given as minus 20 decibels per decade, which is in general true for all passive RC low-pass filters. Here again, the amplitude represents the transfer function, which is 20 log of V out by V in. Now, when the transfer function gives a value of 1 by root 2, then at that specific value, the frequency is actually FC, which is also called the minus 3 decibel frequency. Now, how to find this FC value? Now, V out by V in equals to XC divided by root over R square plus XC whole square, XC square. So, writing it in terms of omega, we get this equation, squaring both sides. For here you can see that V naught by V out is actually given by 1 by root 2 because at FC, we need to find FC, right? So, we will place this value here, 1 by root 2 value here, so that we will find FC by getting the value of omega first. So, omega we will get 1 by RC. Therefore, omega is 2 pi into FC, so FC equals to 1 by 2 pi RC. Now, relation of phase angle with respect to frequency. Now, phi equals to minus tan inverse omega CR. For omega equals to 0, phi equals to minus tan inverse 0, so that will be 0. Omega equals to omega C corresponds to tan inverse negative of tan inverse 1 equals to minus pi by 4. And as omega tends to infinity, phi tends to minus tan inverse infinity, which is equal to minus pi by 2. So the frequency response curve, the phase angle and frequency relation can be plotted as such. We get this curve for the phase equal to minus 45 degree. The frequency is FC, which is equals to 1 by 2 pi RC. Now coming to higher order low pass filters, this is a second order low pass filter which is simply formed by cascading two first order RC low pass filters. Now there is a restriction to this, that being the impedance of the second low pass filter will actually affect the cutoff frequency of the first low pass filter. So there has to be a buffer between them. So without the buffer, the FC of the first low pass filter will be affected. Now coming to the frequency response curve. Now as now these colored lines actually indicate how the roll-off will become steeper and steeper as we keep going increasing the order of the low pass filter. So for a second order low pass filter, the roll-off will be minus 40 decibel per decade. Now we can generalize this by saying that for an nth order low pass filter, the roll-off will be minus 20 into n times decibel per decade. Now for the second order low pass filter, the FC can be calculated as follows: 1 by 2 pi root over R1 C1 R2 C2. Now coming to active low pass filter, as mentioned before, we need active low pass filters because there is no buffering between the load and the RC low pass filter. Therefore, the load can actually affect the cutoff frequency for the RC low pass filter. Whereas in case of active low pass filter, we use an op-amp which acts as a buffer. Now, why we use an op-amp is because it has got a very high input impedance and a very low output impedance. So it can be very conveniently used as a buffer or even as an amplifier, because when the signal passes through the filter circuit, there is attenuation of the desired signal as well. So in this diagram, the op-amp is used in a amplifying configuration. So it can also be used only as a buffer unit, just by shorting the inverting terminal of the op-amp with this terminal. So in this case, we are using it as an amplifier. This circuit here is actually the RC low pass filter. The RC low pass filter is attached to is connected to the non-inverting terminal of the op-amp, and the output is taken across these two terminals. Now, voltage gain of the op-amp is 1 plus RF by R1. Now, you have to find V out by V in. So we know this equation. We put omega in place of in the equation. Then we get this form. Then we multiply omega c to the denominator and the numerator. We get this form. We put omega c equals to 1 by RC. Then we get this form. So if we simplify this further, we will get it in terms of frequency. So V out by V in equals to 1 by root over 1 plus F by Fc whole square into AV. AV is the op-amp gain. So the frequency response characteristic is very similar to that of the passive low pass filter. The difference is only that the Fc will not be affected by the load or the subsequent circuit units connected ahead of it. Now coming to high pass filter. So what is a high pass filter? A high pass filter is an electronic filter circuit that passes signals with a frequency higher than a certain cutoff frequency and attenuates signals with frequencies lower than the cutoff frequency. So the circuit is very similar to that of a RC low pass filter, but the difference is that the capacitor and resistor switch positions. Now coming to working of RC high pass filter. So the output can be calculated using this equation, x equals to 1 by omega c. So as omega tends to 0, V out tends to 0, omega tends to infinity, V out tends to V in. So the frequency response curve for a ideal passive RC high pass filter is somewhat like this. There is a sharp roll off at Fc, and amplitude is again the frequency, is the transfer function, which I mentioned earlier. However, in real cases, the roll off is like a RAM with a slope of 20 decibels per decade, and when the amplitude of the transfer function is 1 by root 2, then we get the frequency to be equal to Fc. So now how to find Fc? So V out by V in squared is equal to R squared divided by R squared plus 1 by omega c whole square. So if we put V out by V in, which is the transfer function, equal to 1 by root 2, then on squaring it, it will become half, and we will get this equation, and subsequently we will get Fc equals to 1 by 2 pi Rc. Now to get the phase angle, we have to express this in complex form. So writing it in complex form, we get this, and on rationalizing the denominator, we get it in this form. So if we try to find the angle of this part, we can say this is the coefficient, this is a real coefficient, right? And this is the actual complex number. So from this we will get the angle, which is equal to tan inverse 1 by omega Rc from here. This divided by 1 by omega Rc divided by 1. So that is omega phi equals to tan inverse 1 by omega Rc. So for omega equals to 0, phi equals to pi by 2, omega equals to omega c, phi equals to